Hi Cancer, welcome to your tarot reading for the week of April 6th to the 12th, 2025. Thank you for being here. Today we're going to find out what Spirit wants to say to you for the week of April 6th to the 12th, 2025. Cancer. If you're interested in having a personal reading done by me, the information on how to obtain that is in the description box below this video. All right, Cancer, what does Spirit want to say to you today? What does Cancer need to know today, Spirit? Tapping into the energies of Cancer. What does Cancer need to know today? Okay, so out comes the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So it looks like there is something that you're releasing or letting go of right now. Maybe something that you had been holding on to that you're releasing, and you may be embarking on a new beginning as a result of releasing some sort of energy in your life. This energy that you're releasing may have something to do with some level of oppression that you've been experiencing. There may have been some sort of tyrannical or oppressive energy that you have been surrounded by as of late. This is an energy that you're having a very difficult time working with. Okay, so this may be somebody who you're potentially having a hard time collaborating with. This could be somebody who you're actually working with. This could be a work relationship. This could be a romantic relationship too. You just have to take it as it resonates. This is a general reading, but it does look like there's some sort of oppressive / tyrannical energy that you're dealing with right now that's very, very difficult to work with. It's very difficult to come to any kind of resolution on anything. And it does look like you are releasing this energy. And now we see the Emperor and the Empress in reverse. So this very well could be the end of some sort of difficult union as far as a relationship, a romantic relationship. I mean, when I say romantic relationship, I'm talking about we're looking at the Emperor and the Empress. We're talking about potentially a marital relationship here. But I am getting that it looks like there's a letting go of and a potential detachment from this energy for you, Cancer. All right, so is there anything else, Spirit, that you can tell Cancer now about this situation? One more. This has something to do with your household, potentially. So a very high possibility that this is a very committed relationship. It does look like this is something that you are considering releasing at the moment. And if you're not, well, then this might not be your reading, but this is what's showing up here. There's something about this may have something to do with the effect it has on your finances here with the privileged lady card. It does look like whoever this is that you're releasing, or potentially there may just be a change up in terms of your approach in this connection as well. It does look like there's a detachment. It does look like there's a release. So what I'm seeing here with this heart card here and these swans is that the two of you love each other. Okay, this is my Lenormand deck here. So can we get more, Spirit, on this energy? Is there anything else you can say? Whatever this is taking you a lot of courage to actually do in terms of actually letting go of something. And it does look like it's taking some strategy. This has been a long-term connection, whatever this is. So it's a very consistent energy that's showing up here in the present. Okay, so what led to this? What led to this, Spirit? Oh, out jumps the Five of Cups, some sort of loss. Some sort of loss, maybe some sort of regret. Okay, so I've got loss and I've got really turbulent emotions associated with this loss. Okay, so there's been some sort of loss. There's been some sort of turbulent emotions. This may have had something to do also with your stability, as far as when I'm looking at this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting that there's been an effect on your stability. And I'm getting also that there's been some sort of, so this is what I've got, okay, is that there's this energy of dealing with, I'm looking at the King of Swords in reverse. Now, all the kings in reverse to me have some level of narcissism associated with them, depending on which king we're talking about. So there, and that doesn't mean you're in this energy. It could mean the person who you're dealing with is in this energy. It just could mean that there's an energy that is associated with this connection that really has this resonant in it. But it does look like the King of Swords in reverse, which represents arrogance to me. Like it's a very arrogant, know-it-all energy, and there's really nothing in, if it is a person, there's nothing in this person's external environment that should denote at all that they know everything. Like, this is somebody who has no feedback from their external environment whatsoever to denote that they know everything, but yet they are still in this energy of, oh, I know everything. So, and like I was saying, there was some sort of oppressive, I'm seeing like a very oppressive energy here. I'm also seeing that there was some sort of difficult decision. But it looks like somebody may have come to a decision. I'm seeing here that there has been a potential release of this energy. And if there hasn't been, there's definitely becoming more of there's somebody's coming to a more definitive place when it comes to where they're headed in this connection. And what I'm getting here is that for a lot of you, this may be an actual marital connection. It may not be. This may just be some sort of long-term friendship or a family connection as well. But whatever it is, it doesn't look like it's very healthy. Can we get more on the Five of Cups to the Queen of Cups in reverse, please? I'm seeing really, really deep sadness here. There's an ending. There's been an ending of some sort. We see the coffin now. So when we see courthouse, you may be dealing with an actual divorce here, some of you. And there's the despair card. Like, it is a very consistent energy here. So we're dealing with somebody who's feeling some level of despair over the loss of a long-term committed relationship, perhaps even a marriage of some sort. Whether this is an actual legal marriage or just a common law relationship, it does look like there is potentially an ending. Somebody's letting go of something here. Can we get a little bit more on this energy, Spirit? Wisdom. There's some wisdom that's been gained as a result of having gone through this difficult time. Whoever is going through this extreme sadness, and Cancer, the Queen of Cups, is your court card, so it could be you. Whatever this is, may be reigniting or igniting some sort of flashback. You may have gone through something like this before in your life, so I'm just mentioning it, and this may be a cycle for you. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, if you've gone through this before, you may need to be with yourself and consider what it is that you may be attracting into your life as a result of whatever reason. This may have happened more than once, is what I'm getting here for some of you. So what's the future of this situation, Spirit? What's the future? What is the future of this situation for Cancer? All right, so it looks like the future of this situation is that there's some sort of, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I mean, this denotes bad fortune. I don't know that this is going in a very positive direction. So what I'm getting here is that there is an energy here of somebody who is in chronic need of external validation, like outside attention in order to feel whole. But the problem with the King of Wands in reverse is that this person, and there's another king now in reverse, this king in reverse represents a kind of arrogance or narcissism with regard to popularity, needing attention. I'm getting that there's this need for constant validation. So this could be this person who you're dealing with, just this constant need to be validated in some way. And I don't know that there's something about this situation that needs to be made right. This may have something to do with enforcing boundaries. But what I'm also getting here is that whatever it is that has potentially either come to an end or you're just in the process of letting go of, it does look like it's not completely over yet. And that might be why the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. It does look like there's an issue of reciprocity here, potentially. Or with the King of Wands in reverse, there's a potential that somebody is distributing their energies to more than one place. Okay, Cancer? Because that King of Wands in reverse likes a lot of attention. They have a very difficult time with commitment. So, and that whether you're masculine or feminine, I'm not reading it according to gender at all. I'm not doing that. So the King of Wands is a certain energy, and the Queen of Wands is a certain energy. And in reverse, they both represent a very similar energy to each other. There's no doubt, but they're still very different from each other, and it doesn't matter. I say it all the time. I often come up as masculine in my readings if I'm doing my own personal readings, because I'm an Aries rising, so I'm often the Emperor. All right. Can we get a little bit more on this Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse? So either that or that somebody in your energy is potentially moving in the direction of something like a King of Wands in reverse. There's something that's going to happen that's the sky. There's going to be some sort of painful lesson here. You may be repeating a cycle. I'm getting that there's something that has gone awry here. It looks like there has been some sort of painful loss, painful ending. You're trying to let go of this. It's taking courage, and you may be strategizing, moving on to a new beginning. It does look like the potential for something to come back in, because you thought it was over. Is going to lead to some sort of painful lesson here. There may have something to do with somebody moving towards some sort of distant horizon. And it's showing up that there's a main female here that's in this energy. So this is either you or whoever it is that you're dealing with. But it does look like somebody is about to get a painful lesson, because there's some sort of cycle that might be being repeated, just letting you know. So this is just a potential future. The future is never written. I've had so many comments on some of my videos now where they're like, well, why aren't you talking more about the future? It's like, because I read tarot. Tarot can give you a potential future based on current energies. The future's never written. It's not. And anybody who's telling you otherwise is a used car salesman tarot reader. It's just the way it is. All right. Okay, so out comes flexibility. There's something changing. There's some sort of change that's coming in. Like I said, there may be some depending on the direction that you choose to move in, Cancer, there could be some sort of painful lesson coming up for you that you may need to be flexible for, and it's showing up in the future. We do have, so so I just pontificated on something about the future, and now Spirit's talking about the future here. You're going to have choices. There are going to be many choices, according to Spirit, where you have the ability to move. We do see distant horizons, so for some of you, this may actually be something to do with a physical movement of some sort. You may actually be physically relocating somewhere. But it does look like if you go in the direction, now if we saw main female, so if you're dealing with a main female, if you're a masculine watching this, you may have a main female that's moving towards an energy that is going to be painful for her. If you are the main female watching this, it looks like there may be some sort of energy that you have the potential to get involved with. And I don't know how easy this lesson is going to be for you. But because whatever it is, I mean, and you have if whatever it is that comes into your future and is somebody who you're very attracted to, if this happens and this doesn't feel reminiscent of anything you've ever done in the past, this may not be your reading. But whatever this is that's coming in it looks like it's a repeat of some sort of cycle that you've already been through before, okay? And this is going to potentially lead you to a place where you're going to have to experience some sort of karmic lesson, because it looks like there's something that's potentially painful coming up here. What's going on? Can you give us the obstacle here for Cancer, please? What's the obstacle? Okay, so we've got the Hanged Man. There's something that may need to be surrendered here. We've got the Seven of Swords. So there's some sort, we do see strategy. Okay, so strategy. Now we've got the Seven of Swords. So there's something to do with some strategy that needs to be employed potentially. We've got the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands. So it looks to me, okay, so this is what I've got. Cancer, it looks like something has been laid to rest here. Something is being laid to rest, potentially being laid to rest in order to heal. I'm getting that somebody has made the decision to set a boundary, maybe cut something out. It looks like somebody learned some sort of, or is, either it's already happened or somebody is about to learn some sort of information, okay? This somehow affects the happiness of your house and home situation. Could have something to do with a reunion. But what I'm getting here is that there's something that needs to be surrendered here. And it has something to do with it's either a deception or there's something that you may need to strategize through with regard to learning some sort of new information about something. Can we get more on the Hanged Man to the Seven of Swords, please? Main female comes out. Okay. So it looks like whoever could, I mean, obviously gender doesn't usually matter in these, especially these general tarot readings. So you have to, the energy is fluid. But often what I'm recognizing too, especially with the Lenormand and Kipper decks that I'm using here, if the main male or main female comes out, it's kind of indicating who it is that we're talking about in the connection. So it looks like there's some sort of surrender to a strategy that needs to be employed here. And it has something to do with change. Something to do with making some sort of change, because there's something unexpected coming in. It may have something to do with income, but I noticed that this card comes up and it's not always has to do with material or income. It's actually just telling you there's something incoming that's unexpected, okay? And in the future, I am seeing that there is the potential to slip up and really, really, really go through something painful here. So we're going to find out more as we continue, and maybe that'll even become a little more clear. But it does look like there's something to do with there's some energy that you're potentially attracting, or that you're engaging. There's some sort of energy or behavior that you may be engaging in that's going to potentially be a detriment to you in the future. There's something to do with an investment. So I'm getting that this could have something to do with your money as well. Money, as soon as I said it. So there is something to do with you. There's some sort of strategy that you may need to employ, that you need to surrender to, that has to do with your money here. Some sort of change in your money. And it may have to do with employing some sort of people skills. I'm not sure how that's going to work for you, Cancer. This may have something to do with networking. Let's see. What is the advice? Tell us more, because this is supposed to, this looks like it started out as some sort of, it doesn't have to be. This could actually, because we did see that it was somebody who you were having a hard time working with, but then we saw long term, and I saw the Emperor and Empress in reverse, and I was seeing that it just looked a lot like there was some sort of divorce here. But for some of you, this may just have something to do with somebody who you are working with. Your advice is the King of Pentacles here. There's something to do with stability here. I'm getting... so here's what I've got. There's something to do with setting a boundary with somebody. It may be somebody who you're already connected to or committed to. And I'm getting that there is some sort of financial issue that you're dealing with right now with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And we've got all this money stuff showing up here in your obstacle. I'm getting that whatever it is that you've been experiencing that's very difficult to deal with right now is very, very heavily connected to your financial situation, okay? I'm getting that there's some sort of toxic situation that you may need to start setting your boundaries with. And I'm also getting too, with the Moon in reverse, that there is something here that you either already know about and it came to, or that you didn't know about that it already came to light, or there's something that you don't know about that is going to come to light for you, that is going to potentially help you get through this situation. Because what it looks like to me, Cancer, is that there's something that you need to set a boundary with. And it looks like it may be somebody who you've been connected to financially. So this could be somebody who you've been in a committed relationship with. And the reason why I'm thinking it might be a committed relationship is because I'm also looking at the Devil here. And there's been some sort of toxicity here that has existed. And it does look like Spirit is saying it might be in your best interest to you may need to cut something out here. Can we get more on the King of... Oof. There's been a lot... Okay, so now I'm seeing the Birds card. So whatever it is that's going on here, there may be people talking about it. And whatever this is a gamble for you. There's something to do with your stability in your home life. This has come up more than once here. Your stability and your home life are it looks like there's something precarious going on, like you're already letting go of something. There was some sort of pain that had occurred in the past, that had some potential loss that created some sort of extreme emotional turbulence, and it had to do with an ending. And Spirit is saying something about potentially this may have been some sort of repeated cycle. And now I'm getting that in the present, there's something that you're letting go of. This is taking courage. You may be having to strategize your way through this. This may have something to do with your finances. You might be feeling like you need to put in some sort of strategy in order to save yourself financially, because this could have been a very, very long-term relationship. So in the future, I'm getting that there may be the potential to repeat something here. Okay, there's something that you're experiencing that I'm getting that Spirit is saying something to, it has something to do with something that you've already done before. You've already experienced this before, potentially. And you may be experiencing it in the future if you don't come to terms with somehow with how it has affected you in the past. So now what I'm getting here is that there's some sort of obstacle here, and I think it has something to do with a potential separation and how it affects your money situation here. And your advice has something to do with setting some sort of clear boundary with somebody who you may have been connected to in a partnership. It does look like there's potentially people talking about this, and that there's something to do with a gamble here. There's something that you're gambling on potentially here. What is going on? Can you tell us a little bit more about this? All right. Saving face. So this is either you or this is somebody in your energy. But I'm getting here that there may be some level of manipulation going on with regard to how other people are how other people are perceiving your situation. Or and the reason why I see it that way is because I see the birds here. Or this has something to do with when the two of you communicate, somebody isn't necessarily being completely honest about something, and there's going to be some sort of gamble that's going to be presented as an obstacle of some sort. And that's potentially why we saw the devil there, is because there's going to be some sort of temptation, okay? But whatever this is a means to an end. This is part of the passage, and I feel like you're meant to get through this. This may be something that was manifested here with that magic card. What is the outcome here for Cancer? Oh, out jumps the Two of Wands in reverse. All right, so what I'm getting here, Cancer, is that somebody, so either you or this person, whoever it is that you're connected to, somebody was walking away and moving towards a new path. It looks like somebody's is probably going to backtrack and come back, return to whatever it is that they decided to leave behind. But it looks like it's being done in an energy of, I need to win at all costs, okay? Somebody's gaining some sort of information on something here. I'm getting that either you are very, very insecure, and you may be potentially in this energy if you were the one who walked away and are coming back, or somebody who you're connected to is extremely insecure about something, and they feel like they need to win something at all costs. It's almost like they're doing this in order to impress other people, okay? Or they need to save face in some way. They need to look a certain way. And so this relationship is not over, but you may be dealing with a an energy that is distributing their energies to more than one place. That's why we saw that King of Wands in reverse, and now we're seeing the Six of Pentacles in the upright, and that's just how I'm reading that. But it does look like somebody feels like they need to win something at all costs. Maybe you need to try, maybe the intention is to try to fight to keep this alive. And to be honest with you, Cancer, if you feel like you want to try and make something work long term, I say go for it. I'm not saying that, like, I mean, obviously you may have your obstacles along the way, but if you truly believe that what you have has what it takes to stand the test of time, I say loyalty means something. This could be an actual gift or a wish fulfillment. The gift. This could be exactly what you want, Cancer. It looks like it's going to be a little turbulent along the way, but this could be that it's going to take work. Whatever it is that you may be trying to keep something alive that you think is gone. And it looks like whatever this is has potential to stand the test of time, exactly as I was talking. Crazy. I honestly didn't know that Spirit was actually going to support everything I had just said. I was just speaking my opinion. All right. Cancer. I mean, if anybody's going to do it, you are the most nurturing and loving sign of the zodiac when you're in your most healthy state. Long term, it looks like this is the real deal, Cancer. Whoever this is, there may be some level of freedom too that you're going to experience. It does look like you could potentially make this work, though. There may be something to do with freedom that needs to be worked out here and ironed out. And it may be something that is a demand that you need to put on the table. But it looks like whatever this is, you have the potential to make it work. So, Cancer. We're going to pull a little bit more. Cancer, if you have a question, Cancer, you might want to ask it, just because sometimes this deck will throw a yes or a no. So, is there anything you want to say to Cancer angels? Not the right time. So there may be something to do with this situation right now. It does look like in the present moment, it looks like you might be releasing something. But it looks like whatever this is potentially coming back in for you. And it looks like very promising, to be honest. Can we get a year from now? It may be in a year from now for you. And one more for Cancer. Perfect timing. In a year from now, it will be perfect timing, is what it looks like. And what do we have? No. So if you had a question, then that might have been the answer. No. So Cancer, that is your reading for the week of April 6th to the 12th, 2025. If you are interested in having a personal reading done by me, the information on how to obtain that is in the description box below. I appreciate all your likes, shares, and subscribes. And until I read you again, take care and bless.